Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you. Hulk Hogan made his first appearance out in public today and was caught by TMZ as he was walking the streets. TMZ asked Hulk Hogan if there was any resentment with WWE after cutting ties with him and basically, acting as if he never existed. Hulk Hogan was only briefly used during the Roddy Piper tribute, and if you think about Roddy Piper and what made Piper such a big mainstream star in WWE was him going up against Mr. T and Hulk Hogan. You can almost say that if there was no Roddy Piper, there would be no Hulk Hogan. If there was no Hulk Hogan, there would be no Roddy Piper. I think that those guys really made each other, and bringing in Mr. T and the I guess you can say the genius of Vince McMahon by building such a big supercard at Madison Square Garden and putting it out there on. It wasn't on pay-per-view. What do they really call it? It was just where they would send it to different movie theaters and you'd be able to watch it there. That it really made it what it was. But Hogan said that basically everything was fine. He still loves WWE and everything about it. And as I think, my opinion, I think that, before it's all over, Hulk Hogan is more valuable to WWE inside of the company. Even if it's not, pushing him out there on Monday Night Raw or, putting him on pay-per-view or having him wrestle matches. If you just let time sort of heal itself, and bring him in for interviews and television shows. There's things that Hogan can be doing with the company that still, keeps things rolling. He doesn't have to be the poster boy. He doesn't have to have his picture up on the trucks. I think that when people see Hogan, it brings up good memories of their childhood, but they don't really think of Hulk Hogan getting into the ring. I think that time has passed. I basically had thought if Hogan didn't have a match at WrestleMania 30, it wasn't going to happen, and maybe you could have him in some sort of a tag match or some sort of something, but, as this guy gets older, it's very, noticeable that he's not going to be getting at the ring anytime soon, no matter how much he wants to do some sort of, in the ring kind of angle, sending us home one more time, but, TMZ, as they always do, they get the news little clip that they're looking for and they try to throw in some sort of joke at the end. Basically they said if there's any hard feelings between Hogan and Vince McMahon, since this all went down, and Hogan joked around saying that he would get in the ring with him, and if he did, it would be a replay of WrestleMania 19, and I didn't think that was a very good analogy. I know this is the time that they got into the ring, and I don't know if it's because it was something that went down on SmackDown, or if this is the time that I was getting out of wrestling. I do remember the build-up to WrestleMania 19 for Booker T and Triple H, but maybe this was an angle that played out on SmackDown. I know that the match happened, but I just don't have the greatest memory about how this match was built up for Hogan versus Vince. And honestly, I had to go to Wikipedia to look up the finish of the match because I didn't even know that Hogan had won. I remember Piper sneaking down to the ring, getting in there, and knocking out both guys. And to me, that's sort of how the match finished. I didn't realize that Hogan was able to get up and pin Vince, and they were able to have a victory out of the whole deal. I thought the match was just thrown out due to disqualification or something like that. But I'm glad to see that Hogan is still walking the streets, getting his face out there. What he said was wrong. What he said was horrible. And he's just going to have to find ways to heal those wounds with everybody that's out there that he's said these things about. So I know there's no doubt in my mind that there is a story for him to climb out of this, but we're going to have to see how long that takes from now.